Okay, guys, so Stacey Abrams was recently interviewed on MSNBC, and the person who was interviewing her so politely explained that voters are not prioritizing the issue of abortion as something that would take them to the polls, essentially. And since Stacey Abrams is running on the fact that she would be the governor that provides or allows Georgians to have abortions, they're wondering why she's emphasizing that and not focusing on the issues that really matter to her voter base. Her response was insane. Okay, I thought she was going to say something along the lines of Democrats do care about gas prices and Democrats do want to lower gas prices and the Biden administration has been doing this. No. She literally twisted it into the most weirdest, creepiest response I've ever heard a politician say to get by a question like this. Her response was essentially, if you can't afford gas or food, it's because you didn't abort your kid. And if you do abort your children, then you will be able to afford gas and food. No lie, this is literally what her response was. So, Life News reports, Democrats have officially hit a new low. Today, Stacey Abrams, the Democrat nominee for governor in Georgia, suggested that killing babies and abortion was the answer to rising gas and food prices. Asked what she would do to address the massive inflation gripping the nation, Abrams said abortion was the solution. The MSNBC host said this. While abortion is an issue, it nowhere near reaches the level of interest of voters in terms of the cost of gas, food, bread, milk. What could you do as a governor to alleviate the concerns of Georgia voters about those livability, daily, hourly issues that they're confronted with? Her response. You can't divorce being forced to carry an unwanted pregnancy with the economic realities of having a child, she said. She added, we do not have the luxury of reducing it or separating them out. Having children is why you're worried about your gas. Having children is why you're concerned about how much food costs. For women, this is not a reductive issue. Has she lost her mind? But let's not pretend that women, half the population, especially childbearing age, they understand that having a child is absolutely an economic issue. It's only politicians that see it as just another cultural conversation. I'm sure women have no idea how to budget in a new child, right? It's not like they've been doing this for thousands and thousands of years. Okay, that's where Democrats are just literally off the chain. So LifeSite says, and that's where Democrats, the Democratic Party is now at. And if you can't afford your food or your gas, please kill your baby. Because then you will. This is ridiculous. Like, she had the gall to tell Georgians to kill their kids so that they can afford gas and food. And that if they have more access to killing children than by abortion, then they'll be able to, go to the grocery store and take care of the family that they didn't, terminate. So that is a blatant just rejection of family values and everything that it means to take care of your offspring. When you literally have the budgeting paper in front of you and you're like, okay, $10 for bread or bread and milk and $5 for cheese. And, oh, yeah, we can throw in an extra 20 because, we aborted little Jimmy last week. So we have that going for us. This is insane. Stacey Abrams has completely lost her mind. I think that, I just can't believe she's trying to run on this, that anybody would take her seriously, and that people would be excited and feel more hopeful and feel like they have more money because they have access to abortion. I think that's sick. And if that's where we are as a nation, then we have a lot to be worried about. I don't think Stacey Abrams is going to make it far in a red state like Georgia, telling Americans, telling Georgians to kill their kids so that they can afford food and gas. She's off her rocker if she thinks this is something that's going to help her in the long run, because it's not.